Open book welcome, curious minds and midnight dreamers. You're about to enter a world where stories come alive and every word holds a secret. So grab a cozy seat, maybe a cup of tea, and let me take you on a journey you won't forget. This is story time like you've never heard before. Crescent Moon. Step into Mia's story, a world where the threads of love intertwine with betrayal, and the depths of complex relationships reveal their true colors. If you find yourself captivated by these intense and heartfelt tales, be sure to like and subscribe to keep up with all our newest videos. We appreciate your presence in Mia's journey. Join me as we delve into this adventure, uncovering the echoes of a bygone era. In the delicate bloom of my early 20s, destiny wove my journey with that of my ex, during a brief yet unforgettable chapter set against the backdrop of Pennsylvania. Our journey ignited with a tantalizing spark of romance, and as the seasons shifted, our hearts wove together in an intricate dance, guiding us toward a shared dream of a future where vows would forever entwine our souls. In a moment of profound commitment, I joined the Navy, fueled by an unwavering determination to secure a future for her and the family we envisioned creating together. In that fleeting moment, I extended an invitation, a gentle nudge towards the uncharted territory of her own making, urging her to seize the opportunity to chase her dreams if her heart so desired. Should she decide to fully embrace the role of a devoted mother at home, a world of endless possibilities would unfold before her, ripe for cherishing. Regardless of the journey she embarked upon, my heart would forever remain her steadfast companion. In the years that followed, she moved with elegance through the corridors of knowledge, tending to our 3 little ones, and savoring the delights of part-time work, every moment intricately stitched into the fabric of our intertwined existence. I led her on a transformative journey, where each degree and vocational certificate became a vital stepping stone in her relentless pursuit of dreams, illuminating the path ahead with newfound knowledge and possibilities. In the fragile days of my 13th year, the winds of change carried with them the tantalizing scent of new beginnings, and it became unmistakably clear that my journey in the Navy was nearing its end. With a heart brimming with hope, I urged her to embark on a journey toward a career that would ignite her passions, convinced that a radiant future lay ahead for us both. With a fervent urgency in my voice, I urged her to seize her potential, to step back into the hallowed halls of learning and chase after a degree. Having stood steadfastly by her side, I had witnessed her navigate the arduous journey of her master's degree and the relentless pursuit of her minors. Now, a deep yearning stirred within me to see her brilliance illuminate the world even more fiercely. With a heart heavy with hesitation, she took the plunge into the realm of the Navy Reserves as an officer, a journey I had softly nudged her toward for what felt like an eternity. She welcomed it like a soft whisper of the wind, seamlessly discovering her role and radiating with an undeniable brilliance. She felt the pull of an enticing opportunity, a recommendation for a position that beckoned her from across the seas. A year brimming with yearning and suspense awaited them. Throughout the tumultuous journey of our union, her heart strayed into the embrace of others on several haunting occasions. We would clash, our hearts ablaze with fervor amidst the chaos. She often whispered of escape, envisioning a life beyond our confines, the children in tow. I could feel the weight of my obligations binding me, a bittersweet tension lingering in the air, an unvoiced vow that danced between us, heavy with unfulfilled dreams. For 15 arduous years, I had shouldered the burden of our family, fully grasping the profound depths of our shared journey. As dusk settled around us, we became entwined in a conversation, our thoughts flowing like secrets on the wind, each word a delicate whisper that danced through the air. A heavy weight settled in my heart, the gnawing fear of the distance between us looming large, threatening to push her into the arms of someone else during that long, lonely year apart. We forged a vow between us, a fragile bond that allowed our hearts to roam freely, yet assured that they would always return to the sanctuary of one another. We plunged into the unknown, fueled by the hope that her heart would roam free, no matter the risks that lay ahead. In that moment, a spark ignited within me. Why not dive headfirst into the exhilarating unknown and find joy in every heartbeat of the adventure we were about to share? In the silence between us, we forged our own unspoken vows. In a realm where the echoes of love have yet to be heard, solitude stands as a formidable ruler, cradling intimacy with delicate hands, while no one from her close-knit circle dares to intrude. I share that sentiment completely. A fleeting moment blossomed into a captivating journey that spanned 3 years, each year punctuated by heartwarming reunions at home. In the midst of that vibrant chapter of her life, she shared a bond with a cherished friend. One fateful day, amidst laughter and teasing, I revealed my whimsical longing to forge a deeper connection, for I was adrift in a sea of solitude, untouched by the tides of romance. Yet, she decided to reveal my playful remark to her friend, doing so without asking for my consent first. In that instant, it was clear she was poised to seize the moment, ready to dive into the unknown. The once beloved figure discovered a profound sense of solace in this idea, as it enveloped her in a warm embrace of newfound empowerment. As time flowed like a relentless tide, two souls, once mere shadows in the vast ocean of acquaintanceship, felt an irresistible pull towards one another. Their fleeting encounters blossomed into a profound and enduring friendship, filled with shared whispers and laughter that echoed through the hours of each day. Ah, the moment has come, suspended in time between the second and third year, as I stand on the edge of anticipation, my heart racing for her arrival at the airport. As I drew closer to envelop her in my embrace, an unsettling tension crackled in the air, hinting that something was profoundly wrong. It was a year fraught with challenges for us both, and I clung to the hope that as time passed, the heavy burden of our worries would lift, granting our hearts the chance to rediscover their lost rhythm. Only days after I had returned, a friend approached me, their presence shrouded in an enigmatic aura, as if an untold tale hung in the air between us, waiting to be unveiled. She asked with a glint of curiosity if my beloved had seized the opportunity of her hall pass while she was away, exploring foreign lands. In a hushed moment filled with unspoken truths, I softly brought to mind the secrets we had shared, where she confided in me about her brief forays into the world of ephemeral connections, a world she had tasted only once or twice before retreating into the shadows. With an intense gaze, she pressed me, demanding to know if I was absolutely sure this marked the conclusion of our story. In that instant, the world around us faded into silence as her eyes locked onto mine, brimming with a profound understanding that stole my breath away. In a fragile interplay of feelings, we became ensnared in a moment that was as gentle as it was chaotic. At the crossroads, she lingered, caught in a tempest of friendship and the haunting echoes of loyalty. Her heart ached under the burden of unspoken promises, each choice a shadow looming over her soul. Yet, she longed to protect me from the dark depths of her true intentions. In a fleeting moment of vulnerability, she unveils a secret that sends shivers down my spine. My beloved had confided in her and others about the tangled web of her heart, ensnared by a high-ranking officer on her base. The revelation of their clandestine affair, which had quietly flourished during her time there, hangs heavy in the air, a haunting echo of betrayal and desire. I found the strength to push through the lingering deception that haunted the corners of our closeness. I might even discover a path to embrace the connection they forged. But what happened next shattered my heart into a million pieces. My dear friend chose to confide in me, revealing her unsettling intention to take our beloved children away. She stepped back into the familiar warmth of her home, where the days unfurled like a tender embrace, lingering just a little over a month. In a mere 3 months, I would find myself on the brink of a new chapter, a moment brimming with anticipation and dreams, poised to unfold before me. For what seemed like an endless stretch of time, we had spun visions of a shared future, where she would cradle our little ones in her arms, embarking on thrilling escapades across the ocean to far-off lands. With visions of a fresh start swirling in my mind, I would slip into my cap and gown, list our treasured home for sale, say goodbye to our faithful car, and soar into the skies to embrace them once more. What she revealed to her friends was a plan that pressed down on her heart like a stone. As she and our children set foot in that faraway land, she planned to unveil the papers that would shatter our connection, all while grappling with the overwhelming struggle for our children's affection that loomed before her. She sensed the weight of my decision, the moment I had crossed the threshold to list our beloved home for sale. She sensed the pull of my heart, yearning for a voyage that stretched far beyond these shores, as I was fated to chase her into the welcoming arms of an uncharted realm. She had painted a haunting picture of a future torn asunder, where the children would be snatched away, leaving me to wander through a desolate world, stripped of warmth and purpose. With my heart pounding in my chest, I stepped closer to her, desperate for the truth. But she averted her gaze, her eyes shrouded in a thick fog of denial. She whispered her intentions to a select few, her heart racing with the intoxicating thrill of revelation. Yet her gaze was ensnared more by the murmurs of those who had betrayed her secret to me, rather than the weight of her own words. Her words twirled and spun, weaving a tapestry of half-truths, yet the spark in her eyes revealed the hidden depths of her soul. As she becomes trapped in a web of deception, the complete truth will linger in the shadows, a secret locked away like a forgotten memory, destined to remain forever concealed. You must delicately draw it from the depths of her heart. With a heart racing like a drum, I extend my hand to a cherished friend, a sage lawyer, yearning for their guidance in this swirling sea of uncertainty. As a steadfast guardian of justice, he turned to his loyal companions in family law, intertwining their wisdom into the rich fabric of guidance he bestowed upon me. In this place where I stand, amidst the turmoil of a custody battle that tears at the very fabric of hearts, the little ones cling desperately to the warmth of their familiar home. In the midst of a tempest of emotions and unvoiced confessions, she endeavored to calm my racing heart, insisting that her exchanges with him were nothing more than fleeting whispers of what could be, never intended to take root in the soil of reality. With a soft whisper, she unveils her hopes, compelling me to embrace the promise of our intertwined dreams and the profound healing that beckons us in that sacred space. With a reassuring smile, I promised her that it was entirely acceptable to delay the children's flight until I was ready to leave, ensuring they would set off on this adventure by my side. Her heart throbbed with a deep ache, a tempest of emotion swirling inside her as she turned away, unable to withstand the crushing burden of her discontent. Her intentions were unmistakably clear, leaving me feeling like a fool, oblivious to the intricate tale that was slowly unraveling before my eyes. With a soft smile, I leaned closer and whispered to her that I had class that evening. With a heart weighed down by sorrow, she felt the undeniable urge to craft one last message to him. Each word would carry the weight of finality, a declaration that their journeys must diverge for all time, and that he should never seek her out again. I leaned in close and whispered to her, urging that this moment must unfold before I made my way back home. As I crossed the threshold that night, my heart pounded with a thrilling urgency, and the first words that tumbled from my lips were a desperate question, barely a whisper in the charged air. "Did you really go through with it?" In that fleeting moment, her heart raced wildly as she breathed her vow, intertwining their destinies with a pledge of eternity. He comprehends the weight of our choices, and from this moment forward, our destinies will remain forever apart. I implored her to erase him from every shadow of her heart and every thought that lingered in her mind. Our journeys are fated to diverge, like two brilliant stars illuminating the same vast sky, yet forever separated, never to collide. In the stillness of the night, a wave of relief enveloped me, but sleep remained a distant dream, teasing my tired eyes. As I watched her serene face in the depths of sleep, an unsettling realization crept into my mind, hinting that this path ahead would be fraught with complexities beyond my understanding. As I opened my Facebook, a surge of excitement coursed through me, quickening my heartbeat with every passing moment. Driven by an insatiable curiosity and a deep-seated longing, I delved into the depths of her name, my eyes tracing the names of those she cherished. And there he stood, exactly as she had envisioned, a breathtaking sight that sent her heart racing with eager anticipation. As the morning light poured into the room like liquid gold, I carefully stirred her from her dreams, the glow of my phone casting a warm halo around her serene features. Her eyes sparkled with a mix of bewilderment and curiosity as she inquired, "What in the world is this?" With a hushed tone, she offered a fragile justification, suggesting that severing ties with him could arouse curiosity among her colleagues, shrouding her true motives in a veil of doubt. I softly revealed to her that the subtle waltz of friendships fading often goes unnoticed, and I confronted her about her small deceptions. In a surge of fervent emotion, our voices clashed, and I felt the pull to retreat from the comforting embrace of our once harmonious sanctuary. As I delved deeper, I felt the threads of my being slowly coming apart, one fragment at a time. Curled tightly on the living room floor, tears cascading down my cheeks, I suddenly catch the faint sound of footsteps drawing near. It is my firstborn, the one who has traversed the delicate landscape of childhood, blossoming into a remarkable young spirit. As her gaze meets the shimmering trail of my tears, she is swept away by the overwhelming surge of emotion. She slips beside me, her presence intensifying the ache in my heart, and I feel the tears spill over, drowning in the depths of our shared sorrow. As we lay entwined in our own world, my beloved wife descended the stairs like a whisper of wind, her presence enveloping us in a tender embrace. With an effortless elegance, she glided over us, her eyes set on the laundry room. There, she collected her workout clothes, donning them with a fierce determination. In an instant, she disappeared into the day, leaving behind a lingering warmth that seemed to pulse in the air. In my folly, I discovered a deep longing to set things right. With a surge of determination coursing through me, I made up my mind, if she refused to yield, I would stop him, no matter the cost. In the intricate ballet of their existence, I felt the profound abyss that lay between them, an abyss carved by relentless ambition and the weight of societal expectations. He stood at the pinnacle, a solitary figure against the vast expanse, while she maneuvered through the shadows that cloaked her. Their hearts, bound by an unvoiced reality, pulsed with the knowledge that their love was destined to wither in the unforgiving glare of daylight. Their vows hung like a dark cloud, a silent wall between them, casting a shadow over the smoldering passion that danced in the air, poised to consume everything they had forged if ever exposed. In a surge of bravery, I resolved to connect with him, to unveil my intentions not just to him, but also to the beacon of his existence and the one who held his heart. In a fleeting moment, he stumbled upon the name of his beloved, revealed in the shadows of her Facebook profile, and with it, he unearthed the essence of her being. Fueled by a fierce determination, he understood that possessing the right Navy email could unlock the mysteries concealed within someone's command, igniting the possibility of reconnecting with his beloved once more. As the first light of dawn crept into the room, I stirred from sleep, only to feel a heavy weight settle in my chest at the sight of his name. He had seen my message, and with a decisive click, he shut the door between us on Facebook, leaving an unsettling silence in its wake. Fueled by an unwavering resolve, I crafted a message to him via the Navy email, intricately threading in the specifics of his command and the name of his cherished one. I understood that blocking me on Facebook wouldn't sever the bond we had forged, and with a quiet intensity, I implored him to resist the temptation of reaching out to her again. As the sun dipped below the horizon, bathing the room in a golden hue, the door groaned open, revealing a familiar silhouette, stepping in from a day dedicated to the relentless quest for strength and vitality. I guided her up the stairs, my heart weighed down by a torrent of emotions as I revealed the words I had crafted for him. Tears cascaded down my cheeks, each drop a vivid testament to the profound depths of my feelings. Her eyes shimmer with unshed tears as she breathes out, "Oh my God, he must be so worried and scared. What compels you to darken the light of our aspirations?" A tempest of emotions must be raging within him, and in that instant, an icy shiver courses through me. Before her stood the man she loved, his voice trembling with raw emotion as he poured out his heart, weaving promises of devotion and an unwavering commitment that hung in the air like a fragile thread, binding them together in that moment. Yet, a flicker of concern danced in her eyes as she pondered the depths of his unwavering determination. As I set out on my journey, the soft caress of the breeze beckons me forward, weaving through the mesmerizing scenery that unfolds around me. As I step back into the comforting embrace of our home, I softly reveal to her that neither I nor the children will be embarking on a journey abroad. With a soft smile, she reassures him that the children can wait for her, their hearts bound together in the eager anticipation of their long-awaited reunion. With a heavy heart, I gazed into her eyes, my voice barely above a whisper, "No, my love, we aren't going at all. The final chapter of our journey has unfolded." Her voice surged like a storm, brimming with intensity and fervor, as she unleashed her words upon me. In a moment thick with unvoiced feelings, she reached out to me with a sudden, electrifying gesture. I grasped her hand softly, my voice barely above a whisper, "Please, never let our fingers intertwine like this again." Her eyes shimmer with a haunting desperation as she pleads with me, yet I remain unyielding, my heart steadfast in its unwavering refusal. And thus, I bid my farewell. In that instant, I started to intertwine the fragile strands of my liberation, picturing a route that would guide me far from the shackles of my present existence. As I drift through the fabric of time, I am ensnared in a labyrinth of moments that unfurl endlessly before me. As I step back into her presence, I softly reveal my desire to forge a sincere pact between us. With a subtle nod, she surrenders, igniting a fierce resolve within me to weave it all into a cohesive tapestry. If she does not, then my heart shall remain a fortress, resolute in its silence, refusing to unlock its gates. Our pact was unmistakable, a vow crafted in the glow of intertwined aspirations. If we were to part, the children would stay nestled in my arms, a living reminder of the love we once shared. In the poignant moment of their farewell, she vowed to set aside a quarter of her earnings, a sacrifice made for the sake of their child's future. Meanwhile, he clung to the beloved home, a sanctuary that once resonated with the laughter and dreams they had woven together. She agreed, convinced that her charm would weave a way out, just as it had with every previous entanglement that had crossed her path. Unbeknownst to her, my choice to stay was steeped in a paralyzing fear, the fear of losing her and the children. I understood that if I denied her the freedom she craved, she would slip away, taking them with her, and vanish from my life forever. But now my heart surged with possibilities, and so, hand in hand, we stepped into the lawyer's office, a realm where our hopes and dreams converged with the tantalizing promise of a brighter future. It was forged with meticulous attention, bound by the vow of devotion, and enveloped in the markings of destiny. For the next 2 weeks, I don a facade of kindness, concealing the truth that she will soon leave, taking with her the fragile hope that I will follow, reuniting with her and the children once I have traversed the path of my education. Yet, beneath the surface, an undeniable truth stirred within me. My heart had already forged its path, and it was not to be. But what seized my heart was the day her absence hung heavily in the air, and her laptop began to pulse with a wild, untamed energy. In that fleeting moment, a revelation struck me. Throughout the 15 years we had intertwined our lives, I had never summoned the courage to steal a glance at a single message. As I wrestle with the seductive grip of temptation, I inch closer, yearning to quell the relentless echo that haunts me. As I draw closer, a sudden ping from another app jolts me, and my heart races with anticipation. It's him. Her wild spirit ensnares my very soul. I closed the laptop softly, as though locking away a precious secret within its confines. As the sun rises on the day of her departure to far-off lands, we set out for the airport, our hearts burdened by the looming shadow of farewell. She envelopes the children in a tender embrace, her eyes shimmering with warmth as she turns to me. As she steps closer for a hug, a question slips from my lips: have I secured our flights? She is a spirited soul, but her actions have spun a web of misunderstandings between us, as whispers of untruths swirl around like shadows in the night. She has confided in our children, her friends, and her family about a moment when my words pierced her heart, leaving her feeling unworthy of love and safety. I revealed to her the times when my fury seized the reins of my soul. I issued a quiet warning to my children as they visited, cautioning them that if they tried to leave, she would not hesitate to contact the authorities, and I could end up in a precarious predicament. In a moment of revelation, the truth blossomed like a fragile petal, as my 2 eldest, with steadfast hearts, faced her, their love illuminating the air with undeniable clarity. In a moment shrouded in uncertainty, I turned to a wise lawyer, whose calm demeanor offered a glimmer of hope. With a gentle yet firm voice, he unveiled the harsh truth: the road to a false accusation suit remained closed, for I had yet to experience the bitter sting of financial loss. Yet, a flicker of hope emerged on the horizon, as I realized I could still seek an injunction against her. A step that is now unfolding with a fierce resolve, each movement charged with purpose. The truth is unforgiving. In the intricate ballet of love, it is vital to guard the heart's sanctuary against the caprices of a solitary spirit. True harmony emerges only when 2 hearts are intertwined, and this is why one must never linger in the treacherous embrace of those who shatter trust. Reaching out to the lawyer at the very first moment would have been a stroke of brilliance, A single misstep or a fateful choice casts a veil of uncertainty, shrouding the path ahead in darkness. While I hold deep respect for OP's valiant attempts to keep the flickering flame of hope alive, this specific journey felt as if it were fated to plunge into darkness. As you embark on the journey that lies ahead, you must decide whether to depart with grace or to stand firm in your convictions. Yet, amidst the swirling tides that threaten to sway your heart, never allow yourself to be swept away. My heart aches for the trials you endure, yet I cling to the hope that you will rise from this experience, transformed and radiant with newfound strength. I wish you all the best as you unveil your resilience and determination, showing her that you are a force to be reckoned with, impossible to ignore. With deep appreciation, I hold dear the tale you've crafted and pay tribute to the unwavering commitment you've displayed.